with the whole arrangement that it could have went bad with the police easy, because them rotten bastards know there's some redemption on the way, just like all of them. So from there, the ceremony kind of looked like this. You got to have what they call the mother of the noon. That's just like a nun. She's dressed in all black, but you can't see her because she's all the way at the top in the back. And this is a symbol for the queen's chamber, or the grandmother's chamber, which is the dark phase of the mother under the crescent moon as she looks down. So she's looking down over the elders officiating, right? So this is a ceremony out of Egypt. And over this, there's these females who represents the daughters of righteousness, right? And they each one represent a council seat, 72 council seats in the high council. And this is where you get your 72 elders from. And as long as these women understand that they're doing this knowingly and willingly, and they giving that brother his support, this is turned into a powerful form of African conjure straight out of Egypt. Now watch what happened. When they line them up, now the sister Tanetta made this gorgeous, gorgeous dress for these ladies called the Dress 19. And the Dress 19 has this sleek look to it. It's gorgeous. But let's say you take those 72 elder positions, and 3 of the positions are your out front. So I'm going to go to 3 of them in a minute. But it's 69 Dress 19s all around beneath the dark mother who sits in seclusion. Now, this would probably be represented like if they was to do an African ritual with it and really put the power behind it, they would represent this probably by Farrakhan's wife, and they can really draw the power from the highest heaven with this ritual so that he can be protected and draw in a whole lot of power. Now, watch what'll happen. Now, nobody get to the Father unless they go through the Son. So when the Son is laid back, you know, like for instance, like when we watching the Supreme Captain Mustafa, he don't be all up in the mix. He don't be trying to outshine his father, you know. The brother be in the background, but put your hands on Pops, you on your own. I wouldn't want to be you. Like, so that kind of energy, that level of respect between father and son automatically generates, right, energy. Now, remember, it was 2 angels. The first one came out and to declare righteousness, but they didn't say who righteousness that this angel was declaring, but they mean messenger. But this case, when they're talking about it, it would be Farrakhan, but he would be sitting in Elijah Muhammad's position. Because you got to remember, Elijah Muhammad was always known as the messenger, and would get highly upset if you try to call him a prophet. Now, angel mean messenger. So if Farrakhan's sitting here in Elijah's seat, that make him automatically become the just angel. You know, my faithful servant in whom the Lord is well pleased. So, and he's sitting here, his son is no way going to stand by and watch this happen. So if when they come out in the ritual, you know, and he want to speak from the position of power, you know, and he would probably, you know, be empowered from the 50th of the galactic seat. And the only person that would be authorized to do him is the one whose seat it is. So this would mean that would make the son be the second angel. And the second angel came to proclaim the innocence of that first one. And this is the opening of the judgment, which will bring us to the recompense of the righteous and the condemnation of the wicked. And that the impostors will be revealed. That's a powerful ritual if they was to use it. And so, let's say, for instance, we take this brother and he do this. He come out with these. Now, let's say they do it at Mariama, let's say, because that's a beautiful, beautiful place. All of the women that support the minister show up on the inside, and all of the men from I don't care if they gangbangers or secret society members, come out in your full regalia, because everybody should honor a righteous man. I mean, like, when you really think about it, if God can tell you that this person is righteous, how in the hell you gonna say they not? Now, that would just be like if they was going by how the prophecy laid out and the known or some partially unknown rituals of our own culture. This is us. So, like, for a long time, a lot of the masters was calling to try to get the one that was going to finally clean all this BS up. So, what you realize is the last thing when you offer a challenge like that is all of the condemners. They got to bring their facts. Now, fair kind of Muslim, so that's what it say in the Quran. I mean, challenge them. Now this, if I was sitting in Farrakhan's seat, I would challenge him, but he would never get the opportunity to challenge him because I already know that lion gonna jump out there in front of his father, because no man can get to the father without going through the son. And so this would be the structure of that ceremony that would give it so much power. So when you see all of those women up there that's dressed, and all of the women in the inside that support that man, that's automatic mitochondrial power. All heaven will open up to protect the righteous man under them conditions. I mean, this if we know our history, because this is our shit. This has always been ours. Everything that you see in front of you belong to us, always have belonged to us, and y'all done fell for the okie doke. Y'all start accepting the mirror for the face. The mirror ain't the face, baby. I'm sorry to tell you. So you've been deceived. So what they do? They took our history and altered it and made us think things had to be different than what they was. But no, all the signs been fulfilled and it's all over with now. So if I was Farrakhan and them brothers in the nation, shit, I'd do some fucking African conjure straight out the valleys of Egypt, straight off the Nile, and then pull a power move on them. Call out Mary Barrow from the General Motors, because God himself directly contacted this wench, because her name Mary, because she a rebellious woman, and her last name is Barrow, which means fiery spirit. So this rebellious woman with this fiery spirit that don't want to listen to God himself, he should point that out, and it's verifiable. All the information verifiable, because after the Pope and the Queen get what they got coming, if these people that's doing all of this manual labor not compensated, then they gonna all end up going the same direction and getting the same result. So, I mean, shit, like, before I go, the last thing I'm gonna say, if it was me, I'm just saying me, I'll flood that Mas Mariama with so many women dressed in white, ready to prove the righteousness of the minister. And you wouldn't be able to ever know that the Queen Mother was there, because she got to get a son permission to speak, because you always got to get permission to speak from your highest elder that's directly related to you and present. So, but you ain't supposed to see her. You ain't supposed to see her while she's officiating over the ceremony, because she's the dark phase of the moon. So right now, like, this all cold, because right now we at the dark phase of the moon, the new cycle. This is the dawning of the Day of the Dead, the Cinco de Mayo. And so right now there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of power to be drawn in under the right circumstances, and to draw this power in. It's not even that hard. I mean, like, and now, like, black people, like, this video, ain't nobody gonna share. Everybody gonna look at him like, oh, that was cool, man. That was some slick stuff. But here go the thing. If they knew the ceremony and they did it, they would be instantly restored back to what they was before these suckers took us and made us different than what we are. we would be going back to being in our full glory.
I'm trying to
and
get
so,
out here.
1 second. And so, basically, I would just perform that ritual. That's the most powerful thing right now that could be done, is to perform that ritual that the Son speak on behalf of the Father. And it'll match all of the prophecies, tie everything together. And then when it tie everything together, it open up the floodgates. See, because Mary Bear know that the Son of Man got to rise out of the Orient assembly. She already know. She been told. But she want to be hard-headed. Now, when he called that press conference and expose her ass and tell her that God told her to do something, that she being hard-headed, and say, now, as long as you be hard-headed and don't listen, I'm going to show you what's going to happen. Just watch the queen who have sacrificed babies and drunk baby blood, and don't think that the God of gods, no, the creator of this universe, the God of righteousness and justice, like he not gonna know that she eating babies and drinking their blood. You see, or point out Francis as he begin to break down like a robot whose parts are wearing out right in front of everybody's face, because I told his ass to get out of the Vatican. Now Farrakhan point that out and get them 3 kings to make their visit to the Orion belt over here in the right hand of the mother, so that we can get all of these things adjusted correctly. You got to start. The compensation is here. All the other stuff over with. Y'all slept through all of the destruction. Y'all slept through it. It was going on right in your face the whole time. You ain't see it. This is about balancing the scales. This is about the poor being able to eat. No, the rich, we ain't worried about them. They already eat. This is about the poor being able to eat. But the worker, it's all start with the worker, because don't nothing move without the labor of the worker. And we got to bring that back to the forefront. So, like, if Farrakhan point that shit out, the motherfuckers would be shaking in their goddamn boots that they had to respond to that shit. See, I don't want them personally to respond. That's why I didn't really make no full effort to get the information to them. I'm talking about the Pope and the Queen. I directly had to contact Mary Bear, because that's the rule. So she was the one I didn't have to directly connect with the other 2, because she can drag the other 2 of the 3 kings down to meet, the newborn. And so if he put her ass on blast, they'll bag up off of him. But that got a secondary side effect too within our communities, where we'll see unity on a level that we haven't seen in years. And and if they start to get a little rambunctious, I'd call some motherfuckers out the grave to come and set this shit right. And I really don't want to have to do that, because I did promise mama that I would try to do what's in the best interest of the most and don't make the innocent suffer for the guilty. But at the same time, if the innocent is the ignorant, I can't help that, because these people operating under a concept detrimental to the people called ignorance is no excuse of the law. So if I was Farrakhan, that's what I would do. Well, not just Farrakhan, he shouldn't have to do nothing, because he done did his work. And Queen of Heaven and Earth probably feel about Farrakhan that by his works and his suffering, that he has proven himself a just man before the throne of God. I mean, that's all I got to say about it. So I hope y'all left me some comments to review down there, and share this video with any nation brother you know, because it makes sense if you really think about it. Why not use what your ancestors left you to make you as most powerful as you have to be? It's real simple. And so, but the whole of the ceremony, like Farrakhan got a soldier up there in Flint, Jesse X. He know the layout, and he got direct access to the full layout. He can even have it laid out in written form if necessary. But sometimes those things ain't necessary. But they got soldiers all over the place with boots on the ground everywhere. You know, all them FOIs, man. And then, like, I remember when I was gang banging, they was able to put boots on the ground that you didn't even recognize. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they know how to take care of their business correctly. But I'm just saying, from a scientific viewpoint, or from a hermetic perspective, or like from um, a very high priestly perspective, if you want to set things right, you know, you can't allow the righteous to be condemned without contest. So you use the same measure that they judge the righteous by, is that let them judge themselves by that same standard, and then, you know, like, wisdom got to precede justice. So then, maybe after I officiate over or adjusting the contracts for these auto workers so that these people could be treated fairly, you know, I'll be willing to, you know, referee some, you know, United Nations jargon back and forth while we find out why these people want to condemn this righteous man and put this shit on the world stage, you know, and we can probably get back to living life on Earth as humans again and get away from all this reptilian backbiting shit, you know. I'm just saying, you know, that's just how I see it as a scientist, as a you know, I had my journeys, you know, and I traveled, you know, all around the lodges. You know, I don't go up indoors I ain't invited in, so I'm not gonna invite myself to nobody else's house because that's very a conflict of interest to me, which means that I gotta walk at a distance, you know, lockstep with my brothers. I have to observe what the others can't see and see what the others can't observe. In that regard, I'm gonna say one love to the people, you know, and let everybody know right now, Farrakhan he had been declared a righteous man by the, you know, by the highest of heaven. So I don't know why they messing with him. They asking for something they don't really want, you know, because Judgment Day is at hand, y'all. So share the video, get the message out, and let it be known that as soon as these people pay these people, we can get on with the proceedings this evening. You understand me? We can get all of these shit out in the open, you know. But if don't nobody know how to perform their function, you know, then those weak parts causes that portion of the building to collapse. Last time it was about 300. We don't have to go through that this time because we all a little wiser now when they told us the story somewhat in reverse so as to confuse us. But it worked out in the favor because now you was able to have a simulation of the actual signs that they gave you as a false lead to mislead you. And then you was able to use your African conjure like Garvey or them Haitians down there, Jack, or like those Obey down there in, you know, Jamaica, or the, you know, Madame Laveau down there in Louisiana type situation. That African conjure always liberated us, and he in the perfect position now to exercise some African conjure. I want to see it, because then everybody can stop saying God ain't here. They'll get to see that shit firsthand and present, you know. All right, family, I'll talk to y'all later. One love, everybody. Everybody that see this video should post on their page, hands off Farrakhan, the elect of the Lord. That's all y'all gotta do. Put it on y'all back of y'all screensaver so that they know that it don't matter whether they black, white, it don't even matter. Don't matter whether you straight, gay, cause, you know, I got, you know, a good perception of what they trying to do. And we ain't gonna fall for it this time. And we ain't gonna let them condemn another righteous man. Look what they did to Tupac and Nipsey. Like I ain't watching. You know, and 22 years later, here I am, goddammit. But so spread the word, share the video, and then tell whoever you share it with to share it, and everybody in their friends list until we get the message that everybody need to back this play with Farrakhan, however he play it, because he's been chosen as the voice right now to speak until the Son of Man makes his actual public presence in his full glory. I'm just saying, that's just how I see it. Now, y'all can disagree because we all have that option. This is a free will universe. But if all of our wheels is pointed in the same direction, there's no obstacle that can stop it. Think about it. All right, so I'll talk to y'all. One love, and let's see what happened with this resurrection situation.